It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got the Dolphins leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Saints coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Carr going to throw right away. Over the middle, complete. That's Walters. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Into space at the 45. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Shoves him aside. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a play fake. Carr. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. And sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. McAllister.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Taken down at the 47-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, McAllister.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. McAllister
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, McAllister. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, McAllister.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins, leader at quarterback. After After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Miami. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Carr to throw on 2nd down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Kamara off the draw. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Looking to throw. McAllister. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
The Dolphins at 10-5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, McAllister firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. McAllister over the middle and complete to Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Another catch there for Waddle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Carr. And the catch made by Walters. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second and 6. Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Walters. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He hit on all 6 of his passes on that opening drive, including the final throw for a touchdown, as his guys start here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McAllister. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Patterson down for the extra point. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr.
There's Chris Olave.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Throwing on 1st down. McAllister. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McAllister.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. McAllister. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Carr now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And some space here. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
To throw, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this one is right through. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
A final shot before break. McAllister. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. McAllister.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he's got room. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, here's Carr.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He'll pitch it back. Achane hit, and the ball is out. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, they brought the pressure, and that made man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
2nd down and a yard. And now they'll shift things around. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
That's complete, right around the 80. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Jalen Phillips, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw. McAllister. Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. McAllister eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. In Miami, a lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Carr. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Carr completes it, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The tackle by Calvin Joseph. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
second and a couple.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Carr. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, New Orleans! Foster Moreau, 45 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tackle by Christian Holmes. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Up the middle, Achane. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had two opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll give this to Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus this in the next couple of days.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Carr now to throw. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.